everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome, and welcome to your October 2017 Pop Update. And I promised you guys that I was going to come with a brand new update as quickly as I possibly could, just because of the fact that when I had done my previous video, we still had a whole bunch of news from New York City Comic Con that was still yet to come. Well, I'm happy to let you guys know that all of the news has officially been given to us. We now know about all the New York Comic Con reveals, and we also have a lot more news in regards to new lines and new exclusives that are going to be coming out in the world of Funko Pop and retail. So, unfortunately, there is going to be a brief overview of the new additions to my collection. I know that there's so much more that I want to share with you guys, so we're on a little bit of a time crunch today because New York Comic Con is actually going to be this weekend, and there's a lot of pop hunting that I gotta get to in regards to the pops that I want to acquire. We're going to go into a little bit of my collection with 2 new additional pops with a little bit of a theme that's connecting, and then we're going to go into all the news with all the new lines and all of the rest of the New York Comic Con exclusives. And as I said, we are not going to be able to give you guys what the new Specialty Series pop is going to be, so when the next pop update comes out at the beginning of November, that's when we're going to give you a double dose of Specialty Series pops, as well as a really awesome theme for my own collection, and of course all the news. But for now, sit tight, let's take a look at my collection and see how it has been growing ever so slightly for this time around, and then we'll get into all of the rest of the New York Comic Con news and all the other bonus goodies. So, not too much to look at today because we do have a lot more important news to cover rather than just going through pop collections, but I thought that it would be cool to show you guys 2 specific pops that I have recently added to my collection because they do share a commonality. Oh yes, they do. Not only are they part of popular franchises, but they are also 2 first-time exclusives for me. As I mentioned before in my previous video, one of my new goals in regards to pop collecting is to make sure that I have an exclusive from all of the locations where exclusives are offered. And today I'm going to be giving you guys 2 of those. So let's begin with my very first Barnes & Noble exclusive, the 50th pop in the Harry Potter collection. It is Ginny Weasley in her Gryffindor Quidditch gear. Now, I am someone who doesn't collect much Harry Potter merchandise in the world of Funko Pop, but when it comes to Quidditch, I am all for it. And I already have 2 Quidditch players, which are Harry, who is a Hot Topic exclusive, as well as Draco, who is a Hot Topic exclusive. But when I found out that they were going to be giving us Ginny in her Gryffindor robes, well, I had to jump on this. And it's a little bit different because it is from the Half-Blood Prince Quidditch uniform, so it's a little bit darker. It's got some different things on it, like the name on the back with the star, but it still has the scarlet robes. I love the details on the broomstick, as well as the padding and the Gryffindor crest on the side. And I also love the way that her style is overall. It is just fantastic to see another character from the Quidditch area of Harry Potter, and I'm wondering what this means. Will there be more Quidditch players? Will we get maybe Ron in his keeper gear? Will we get the Weasley twins? Will we in fact get a little bit of fan service and see Cho Chang in a Ravenclaw robe, or maybe Cedric Diggory in Hufflepuff robes? Time will tell, I guess. But the next pop that I want to show you guys is my very first Smuggler's Bounty Box exclusive. And when I saw that there was a brand new Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 3 in the last Smuggler's Bounty Box, I thought I might go after that one. But then when I took a look at what's happening on my desk at work, and that the Empire is practically taking over, it only seemed right to get Grand Moff Tarkin. I love Peter Cushing. He is one of my favorite parts of the first Star Wars film, and I loved what they did with his character in Star Wars Rogue One. It was such an incredible thing to see the visual effects because of the fact that Peter Cushing had passed away. But the details on this pop are wonderful. I love the details on his Imperial uniform. He's pretty much in the exact same pose as Grand Admiral Thrawn, as well as with the cheekbone structure. This may in fact be just a repaint of Grand Admiral Thrawn, rather with a difference in the hairlines, but it doesn't matter because Grand Moff Tarkin is a legendary character in Star Wars, and to actually have him going alongside all of my troopers and Imperial officers, it just makes so much sense to have him over Obi-Wan. So those are the 2 pops that I wanted to showcase for you guys today. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty in future videos, but for now, let's get on to the news and conclude the New York Comic Con Exclusives collection announcements. So as I said, unfortunately, there isn't going to be any specialty series pops because this is coming out a little bit earlier. What I've noticed is they seem to drop them on the 6th of every month, but because of the fact that New York Comic Con is approaching very, very quickly, as a matter of fact, way before, we have to get all this stuff out earlier. So I apologize. I promise in the next Funko Pop update there will be 2 specialty series. But for now, let's talk about all the stuff that you can get over at Funko.com as well as the actual Funko headquarters. They are giving away some very interesting things. When it comes to Freddy Funko, there is a very limited exclusive of a Thank You Freddy Funko, which is this electric blue, clear, translucent thingy, just as an appreciation to all the fans who helped make the new headquarters possible. And as I expected, they are continuing the Zodiac series by introducing Libra this month. And you can also get Bugsy Wingnut, the 4th of the Funko Monsters of Wetmore Forest line, and they're holding a very special event very soon in which there are going to be some members of the WWE appearing at the store for a special, and they're going to be giving away on that very day 500 pieces of an exclusive Zack Ryder for the Funko store. So if you live in the area and you want to get your hands on this really limited Zack Ryder, especially if you're a WWE fan, go to their headquarters pronto. And a very special thing being offered at the Disney theme parks. I had no idea that Epcot Center was turning 35 this year, and it's just not Epcot Center without your favorite purple imaginary dragon, Figment. I had a Figment doll when I was very little after my first trip to Walt Disney's resorts in Florida. I remember the Journey to Imagination ride because I had gone it many times when I got older. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get my hands on this Figment, but it does look fantastic. So if you are planning to be in Epcot anytime soon, you can get yourself a Figment Pop. It looks wonderful. And that's not all. There are 2 exclusives coming out. One is going to be at the Disney theme parks, and it is a gold collector from Guardians of the Galaxy, the film. And if you are a Marvel Collector Core subscriber and you have been subscribing with an annual subscription, they're going to be giving those subscribers a very special box with an exclusive gold Iron Man Classic. And if you're a fan of Street Fighter, there's another anniversary celebrating this year, and it's the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. GameStop is offering a Street Fighter box, and one of the things that is included is this limited double pack of Hot Ryu and Violent Ken. And some more Star Wars stuff, of course. If you are a Red Card member holder at Target, you can get a Red Stormtrooper. And there is a medical droid pop. You probably remember him from The Empire Strikes Back. He had a very small role, and he is going to be a Walgreens exclusive. And there's also some new Smuggler's Bounty Box pops, thanks to the new Jedi box. You can get 2. Again, they surprised us with a second one. We all knew that we were going to be getting Episode 3 Jedi Obi-Wan, which I think is fantastic. I was wondering if they were ever going to do an Obi-Wan Kenobi from the prequel trilogy, and I'm so glad that they finally did. He does look fantastic. But you can also get in this box a Ayala Sakura. So if you are a subscriber, I'm sure you are very excited with this box, and these pops are definitely worth the price of admission. And we've got some new special exclusives at DC. I am actually really surprised by one of them. One that I'm not surprised about is not so much the pop, but more so the location. This is an unmasked Flash pop, of course played by Ezra Miller from the new Justice League film. And these are only being given out at Regal movie theaters. I don't know what the process is, I don't know how, but this is definitely a very unusual place for pops. But then again, I noticed that a lot in this specific grouping of pop news. And Walmart is offering a Justice League Unlimited exclusive of the Martian Manhunter. Oh my goodness. I was excited about Batman the Animated Series pops because I love Bruce Timm and everything that he does. But to know that they're planning on doing Justice League pops, this makes me so happy. I want to get this Martian Manhunter pop so badly. I see it on the website of Walmart, but it's not available in stock yet to be purchased online. Please, someone out there who is watching this video, let me know when this officially goes live, because I must have this pop, considering that it will also be my very first Walmart exclusive. And FYE is offering another exclusive of Pennywise. There are Pennywise exclusives all over the place now, whether it be Walmart or Hot Topic. But This one looks pretty awesome. It is Pennywise with teeth, basically, when he is officially showing his true form outside of the clown, and it does look awesome. I'm pretty certain that there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to want to get their hands on this one. And there are some Books A Million exclusive double packs. You can get a Game of Thrones one, which is Jon Snow and Bran Stark, or you can get a Tommy and Chucky double pack from Rugrats. I think that that is really cute, especially for people who were excited about the Rugrats line. Why not get them both at the same time? And speaking of Rugrats, Entertainment Earth has gotten into the game and is offering a Entertainment Earth exclusive glow-in-the-dark Reptar. But if you're loving Nickelodeon, I think you're loving them even more now because they are expanding on the Nickelodeon line. And that includes the Hey Arnold line with his Arnold and Helga, the Angry Beavers, which of course are Norbert and Daggett, Rocco and Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life, and there are going to be some chases here. And I love the Rocco's Modern Life chase of the red nose with snot dripping out of him because I remember that episode. And of course he comes with his dog Spunky, but you can also get an FYE exclusive double pack of the Angry Beavers, and they are locked. Toys R Us is offering two pretty cool exclusives. You can get a Trigon from Teen Titans Go, and you can also get a black and white Bloody Negan. And I love the Bloody Negan, even though I have no interest in The Walking Dead. I just like the fact that he is black and white, but the blood is red. So there you go, two awesome Toys R Us exclusives. I'm so happy that DC is introducing another hero that they have not had yet. They are giving us Lobo in the DC Heroes line, and you can get a regular or a blood-splattered Lobo. I love his look. I love the details on the costume. I love the grappling hook. I love the cigar in his mouth. It would be so awesome if they could make a Logan with a cigar in his mouth somewhere down the line. I think that would be pretty awesome, but I am unsure if the blood splatter is an exclusive or if it is a chase. If there is more news in the future, I will definitely let you know, but DC fans, this is a good one. And now we'll move on to Disney, which includes Marvel, and we are going to be getting an additional pop from the Thor Ragnarok line, which is Korg. Don't know who he is, but I'm sure we'll know when the movie comes out. Or, thanks to the new short that is going to be with the new Pixar Disney film Coco, which is called Olaf's Frozen Adventure, you can get Olaf with kittens. I showed that pop to my wife, not knowing what the outcome was going to be, but she was like, it's Olaf, and he's smiling, and he's holding two kittens. We have to get this pop. So I'm hoping that he's not going to be too hard to find, because he is pretty awesome. Even though we already do have an Olaf pop, it's Olaf with frickin' kittens. Man, oh man, it's just getting better and better. We've got an expansion to the NHL line. Wave 2 is on the way. We've got some new players from different teams, and I was very happy to actually send some of these glam shots over to some of my fellow booktubers because of the fact that they are huge fans of certain teams. So to know that their teams were finally being represented was pretty awesome. You can get everyone from Braden Holtby on the Capitals, to Corey Crawford on the Blackhawks, to Evgeny Malkin on the Penguins. So many awesome pops, including some new teams being featured, including the Minnesota Wild, the Philadelphia Flyers, the San Jose Sharks, and the St. Louis Blues, just to name a few. But here's where we get a little bit of a heartbreak. There are going to be some new ones from our friends to the north in Canada, but they're all Canada exclusives. But look at all these awesome teams. I mean, except for the Edmonton Oilers, you've got pretty much all of Canada's hockey teams in the NHL represented here. And also players that they haven't featured yet, like Shea Weber. And two Maple Leafs is actually not too bad either, but the fact that you can also finally get a Ottawa Senator, a Calgary Flame, a Vancouver Canuck, and a Winnipeg Jet, that's pretty awesome too. I'm hoping that these will eventually be able to get their way down to the US so people who are collecting the entire series can collect these too. Let's move on to video games, guys, because video games exploded this month, and we've got a whole line of Crash Bandicoot. Some people are not too thrilled because it's just a whole bunch of Crash Bandicoot and one of his enemies, so why so many? But so many exclusives, guys. Everything from Hot Topic to Toys R Us, even a Chase. Crash Bandicoot fans, I feel at the end of the day, will be pretty happy. But hopefully there will be more in this line. And here's an interesting grouping. How about double packs of Marvel vs. Capcom? That's pretty crazy. And it's definitely an interesting blend because not only can you get regulars, you can get exclusives too. Part of me was sort of eyeing the Rocket Raccoon Mega Man double pack, but I don't think I'm going to be getting invested in these. I would really be interested to see what's going to happen if they plan to continue these. And don't forget, you can get your exclusives at Hot Topic, GameStop, FYE, and Toys R Us. Whoa! Talk about awesome stuff in video games, everybody. You probably hear the music in the background. Mortal Kombat is finally here, and it looks like they're based on the more recent Mortal Kombat game, but you've got familiar faces. You've got everyone from Scorpion to Sub-Zero, Liu Kang to Raiden, and you've even got tons of exclusives and a chase. I think the fact that we're getting an oversized Goro from GameStop is pretty awesome. Love the Hot Topic Unmasked Scorpion, but I also think that one of the most clever things in this line is the GameStop double pack of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. It looks a little confusing, but basically each of them has been attacked by their rival. So, Scorpion is frozen, and Sub-Zero is on fire. And this whole line is on fire. I really think that this one's going to expand, so Mortal Kombat fans, I hope you are happy. And to close out video games, we've got the second wave of Kingdom Hearts, including Sora, Kairi, and Riku. But look at all these awesome exclusives. You even get a Shadow Heartless, and the chase is awesome because the eyes glow in the dark. But you can also get 2 Sora exclusives over at Best Buy and Toys R Us. And now here's a line that I think a lot of people are excited for. DC Bombshells has expanded with Wave 2, and we've got some very good-looking pops here. We've got Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Batwoman, which I love because she looks like one of the cast members of A League of Their Own, Hawkgirl, and Supergirl, and it's just not a DC Bombshell line without exclusives. And we've got 4 of them, including Hot Topic, Books-A-Million, Barnes & Noble, and surprise, surprise, Michaels. Never in my life would I have imagined Michaels to actually be a pop holder, but apparently they sell them, and this is going to be one of their exclusives, and it is Wonder Woman. And here is an anime that I don't know about. It's called Yuri on Ice. There's going to be a series of 4 of them, including one of them as an exclusive at Hot Topic. Don't know much about this show. Please let me know. I'm assuming it's all about ice skating. I do like the design, by the way, because I love the fact that they all come with little ice patches that you can position them on. But in regards to anime, I think everybody was so excited for this because of the fact that Sailor Moon is introducing Wave 2, so you are going to be able to get all of the rest of the Sailor Scouts, including Sailor Chibi Moon, and you'll also be able to get a sparkling, glittery Sailor Chibi Moon from Barnes & Noble, or you can get Queen Beryl over at Toys R Us. Okay. I gotta say, I knew this was coming, but now that I'm actually seeing them up close, I am thrilled that this is happening. They're making a line out of Disney's film Tron, which is one of my all-time favorites, and the fact that the regulars are glow-in-the-dark is just so amazing to me. And there are also going to be chases that are metallic, and I believe they're also glow-in-the-dark, which is even more exciting, but I'm going to be just fine with the regulars. I thought I was just going to invest in Tron. But now I think I'm going to invest in Tron and Sark, and I gotta blame Family Guy for this, because...
What was the name of the bad guy from Tron? This is gonna drive me nuts.
And I think Rick and Morty fans have just been overly saturated with Pops, but they love them so. And this is a very interesting wave because it includes non-Rick and Morty characters except for Lawyer Morty, but you can finally get the parents and you can finally get Summer. And I love Summer with her cell phone. She was in a double pack exclusive set, but the fact that you can just finally get Summer in retail is pretty awesome. And it's not just them. There's also a whole bunch of additional characters, including 2 Target exclusives where you can get Toxic Rick and Toxic Morty from a recent episode. But I think a lot of people are going to be excited for Cornelius Daniel because he was in the April Fool's Season 3 premiere episode, and he was voiced by the great Nathan Fillion. So the fact that they're actually turning him into a Pop along with the Szechuan sauce, that is... I can't stop laughing about this because this is why Funko is so amazing, because they truly cater to their fans. And I called it, everybody. I knew that there was going to be the Grinch in the Dr. Seuss line with the book line, and here they are. And there are various ones, from regulars to exclusives, and I'm very interested to notice that one of them is actually from Go Toys and Games. That's not a store that's around where I live, but there is a Go Toys and Games where my wife's parents live in Pennsylvania, so the fact that I actually know where there is a way to get a Max exclusive flocked is pretty awesome, but I'm not going to get that one. I am more excited about just getting the plain old Books A Million flocked Grinch, and hopefully I will be getting him. And there are chases as well. Now, you all know how much I love Bob Ross, but I never would have imagined that there were going to be more Bob Ross pops, including a chase, a Target exclusive, and along with a Bob Ross board game that apparently is available at Target, you can also get a flocked Bob Ross. Was I upset? A little. Because this was not a mistake, everybody. This was truly a happy accident. I don't think anyone anticipated more Bob Ross pops, but I have my Bob Ross, the original, as great as all of these look, especially as a Bob Ross fan. You know what? If you don't have a Bob Ross yet, you can now officially have a choice. And let's move on to the second part of Comic-Con. It is opening on October 5th. Unfortunately, I do not have the list of pops and where they're being located. I thought I can get that to you in time, but this video just had to be made before those dates, so I'm sure you will all be able to find out where everything is. So let's continue on with all the goodies that are coming out on October 5th through 8th. So let's continue on with part 2 of the New York Comic Con reveals. We got a brand new line that is being introduced. We already saw one in the DC line, and it is this new grouping called 8-Bit, which is basically a take on video games. I don't know what this means, and I don't know what Funko's intentions are. But the good news is there is a pop in this grouping that I am very excited about, and it is Dig Dug! I love Dig Dug, I love to play it, and that is an exclusive that I am interested in getting. And there's also a Lolbit from Five Nights at Freddy's, which looks very cool because it's a little television with a Five Nights at Freddy's puppet in it. And Fugitive Toys, of course, always gets into the game when it comes to Comic-Con, and they are offering from their direct site 2 Yellow Lantern Batmans, a regular and a glow-in-the-dark. They also offered a wave of 80s and 90s throwbacks, and my goodness, you can't get any more throwback than some of these. We've got everything from classic Nicktoons to Power Rangers to Sailor Moon to classic TV shows from the 80s, including a Deathstroke from G.I. Joe and a flocked Beastman from Masters of the Universe. Even though these new He-Man pops that have been coming out recently have all been part of the specialty series, I think it's really nice to know that they're still expanding on it and that they're offering more He-Man pops in every which way. I'm wondering if they'll introduce She-Ra pops as well, because they already have one. It would be great to see if they can maybe give us more. And then we got the Warner Brothers exclusives from San Diego Comic-Con. They are all looking great. I love the glow-in-the-dark Balrog from Lord of the Rings, which of course is oversized. I love the Bogart as Snape, which is fantastic. This is still one that is on the fence for me and my wife. She thought it looked hilarious, but she wasn't sure if she wanted it. The rumors is that it's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive, so that means that there's a very good chance that we could get our hands on it. But the one thing that I was a little upset about was the 2 from Hanna-Barbera, which are Lippy the Lion and Hardy Har Har, which of course are going to be limited. But then you've got Speedy Gonzales from the Looney Tunes line. Now, I am a huge Speedy Gonzales fan, as is my wife, but these are only limited to 3,500 pieces, which means these are not going to be sold in retail. You either have to be at the con, or you can't get it, and if you don't get it at the con, expect to pay no less than $100 on eBay. Very upset about that, Funko. This should not have been a limited exclusive. This should have been shared. And we finally got Marvel with a very interesting limited edition, which includes the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn, which is going to be limited to a couple of pieces. But all the other ones are going to be easy to get, and they're all going to be in retail eventually. So we're going to get a Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, as well as Grandmaster, who is played by Jeff Goldblum, a Lockjaw Flocked from the Inhumans, and Old Man Logan from the X-Men line. And then we got a Rick and Morty one dropped, just like last time at San Diego Comic-Con. We got one right away, and that was it. And this time around, we get Crumbopulous Michael, and he is going to be something that I'm sure everybody's going to want to have in their collection. He is not limited. He is going to be shared in retail, so I'm sure that Rick and Morty fans are going to like this one. And to close it out, we got some Funko exclusives, including a Spastic Plastic character, Bone Daddy, and one that I wish I could get my hands on, but it is only limited to 5,000 pieces. It is Freddy Funko as the Statue of Liberty. I think that, as a whole, New York Comic Con has an excellent grouping of pops. I'm actually kind of thrilled that I'm not going to be going crazy and trying to get my hands on so many this time around like I did with San Diego. Even though there were so many great pops offered this year in New York Comic Con, my magic number right now is 3, possibly 4. But either way, great grouping, great news, so excited to see what people are going to be getting, and I will definitely be showing off the ones that I'm able to get my hands on after Comic-Con is gone. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's always a pleasure to sit and talk Funko Pops with you. Put your comments in the box below and let me know if there are certain pops in the New York City Comic-Con reveals that you are interested in getting and that you're attempting to hunt down. If you're going to the con, that's even better. I'm super jealous. I'm hoping to get there one day. But anyway, thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.